welcome back to another Brotato video. We are going to be playing with the crazy character. He seems to have plus 100 range with precise weapons, so we definitely want to grab a precise weapon, and plus 25 attack speed, which is really good. I think we'll just keep leaning into that attack speed. Dodge has been dropped quite a bit there, so I think we might just leave that out completely. Maybe go into like some armor and regen, and we should be able to keep our health up. And then less engineering and less range damage, so we can leave the range weapons out of it completely because we have that increased range with precise weapons, and then we just don't grab turrets and stuff like that, and we should be good. So I think what we're gonna do, since we already start with a knife, we could go with the knife, but I actually want to go with the Shuriken. It's a precise weapon. It scales with 25 of our melee damage, but it also has a chance to bounce one time on critical hits. So we could guarantee this if we get our critical to 100%, and then this would permanently just be bouncing, and we'd have 6 of these, so it would bounce one time if this thing's on level 1. So that's pretty good. So I think we're going to run with this, and then as we always do, we're going to run it on danger 5. So now we look a bit funky. We're holding one knife, one shuriken, but that'll change shortly. Our goal is to get rid of this knife immediately. I don't want to play with it. Personal choice. And we're starting off with the crates already, which is really good. I'm very happy about that. We want to get as much crates as possible as we play through here, so I think luck's also going to be something we want to lean into. And yeah, we're starting already with harvesting. This is awesome. It is going to bring our melee damage down, which sucks, but we can grab it just for the harvesting. And then over here, we're just going to do a reroll and grab some more harvesting. We do want to lean into the critical for this weapon to be able to bounce, but we also want to get a lot of harvesting. So let's just cycle the knife, and then we'll lock the broken mouth for the health, and we'll do a reroll. We'll buy the shuriken. We're not going to go into this, so we might as well get rid of the pencil, get rid of that engineering, so we can ban this item. We can do a reroll. And then we have a cute monkey over here. We're going to get this. We'll lock it for now because we want to get another shuriken. So we'll lock this monkey for now because we don't need that range damage, and it gives us an 8% chance to heal 1 health when picking up a material. So we'll definitely want that. So give it another reroll, buy another weapon, give it another reroll, buy another weapon. And rerolling again would be pointless because we won't be able to afford another shuriken. So we'll leave it there. We've got these 2 items locked, and we'll go into wave 2 with 4 shurikens. This is actually really good. 4 is outrageous. One of these is probably gonna crit. There we go. This crit's popping up here already, so it's not too bad. And we are throwing these further because we're getting that extra 100 range with the precise weapons. And I haven't put anything into critical yet, but you'll notice we are getting critical, and I'll show you why that is now in like 2 seconds. There we go. We'll pick up the alien tongue from a crate, we'll take the harvesting, and we'll take the armor. Now, with these weapons, what you'll see, if we go down here, on the right side there underneath where it says precise, we are getting critical chances going up on its own. So we want to build into that, but it's just going to go up by itself. So on these weapons, we have a plus 12 crit chance, but they already come with their own base crit chance. So if you look on the left side there, it says damage. Underneath that, it says critical. We have it at 47%, which isn't bad. It's almost 50, which means like every second throw is a crit. So that's not too bad. We also throwing this quite fast. I mean, 0.6 seconds. That's really good. So we can throw a bunch of these really quickly. And if we get one more of these, we're going to start upping the rarity, and then things might get a bit crazy. So let's see what happens there. Just doing a bunch of rerolls. We just want more shurikens. We'll reroll a bit more here because we still have a chance to get a weapon. We'll lock that one, and we'll load into wave 3. So now we do have 6 of these, which is really good. And then we have 1 more on standby. And then from here, I think what we're going to do is just go a little bit more into crit just to make sure that these are bouncing. These first few waves do usually go by extremely fast, so we can't really judge whether or not our build is working for us just yet. You're just going to have to give that a bit of time, and then come wave like 11 to 15, we should be able to tell if our build's working or crashing. So now here, the item we found gave us range and dodge, and we lose XP. Our dodge is already in the dust. Our range, we're not building into at all. So I think for this item, we're actually just going to go ahead and ban it, because all we're going to be doing here is taking less XP, and we don't want that. So we'll get rid of that item. And then over here, we're just going to reroll and get that lovely crit chance. And then now we have options. We're going to lock this Insanity because we definitely want it, and we don't want to, by mistake, just do a reroll. So we're going to buy the Shuriken. Just check what the difference is there between these two. So the damage has gone up, and now we scale with 34%. Our crit chance goes up by 3% on the next rarity. Our cooldown goes down, so we're actually throwing these out a little bit faster by 0.03 seconds. That was the little increase we got there. But the main thing that we're looking at over here is that this one says it bounced up to 1 times on critical hit, and this one says it bounces up to 2 times. So we can only assume that when we grab the next upgrade and then the next upgrade, we're eventually going to end up bouncing up to 4 times on a critical hit. So we definitely want to upgrade this, and maybe if we get it cursed, it could even bounce more than that. So we're trying to aim for getting our items cursed. But for now, I think we should just go with upgrading these and hoping that we get some more Insanity for that critical chance. So we're going to buy this, and reroll. Then over here, I think we're gonna lock that for sure. We're gonna get the sharp bullets. I think that should work with these. I'm pretty sure they count as projectiles. It is a melee weapon, but we're also throwing it, and it bounces around. So I'm gonna assume that we're not hitting people with this thing. We're throwing it at them, so it counts as a projectile. So we're gonna grab the sharp bullet. We're gonna grab the coffee, and you know what? We'll grab the mushroom as well. We'll come back here. We'll grab everything. So let's go into wave 4. That's something you do want to check now that we are a little bit higher up. We are in wave 4. You just want to hit pause quickly. Look at the bottom there. We're going to have a horde rushing us on wave 12. That's what those 3 little dudes all clumped up together are. And then on wave 15, we're going to have a boss. 17, we're going to have a boss. And then 20 again. Always going to have them on 20. But what we're really worried about is at 15 and 17. But since they're so far out, it shouldn't be a problem. And then wave 12 would be a problem depending on your weapon. But because we're bouncing our shots around and we're going to get sharp bullet now, all of that's going to work together. We should clear wave 12 quite easily. So I don't see that being a problem. But you always want to check that just a little bit early. Just kind of plan for it, see what's coming up. See if you're going to need a lot of damage, or maybe if you need nothing at the moment, you can kind of just relax. You know, just go with whatever you feel like going with. But I don't know. I feel like we're just gonna cruise through this. We should have quite an easy run on our hands here. So if you need an easy run, you can copy this build or get as close as possible, because you know it is still chance based if you're gonna get what I've got or not. And then yeah, with the level up, I think what we're gonna do is do one a reroll. Do one any of these stats. Let's just have a quick look there on the side, right? Everything's currently going into the red, which is not great. We do want to get our melee damage up. We want to get our critical up. I think our critical might actually be stable where it is at the moment, so we might just leave that for now. So I think what we really want is that melee damage. Some of these are very tempting, I know, but we're going to leave it for now. We're going to leave this. I'm just looking, there we go, melee damage. So we're going to grab that, and then over here, we might as well just lean a little bit more into that crit chance. And there we go, happy days. How much damage are we doing now? 7. So we fixed the damage, we've just balanced that out. So we can grab another shuriken, sharp bullet, coffee, and the mushroom, and then reroll for free. We're not going to be grabbing the turret, so we can ban that item already. This, the duct tape, we're not doing it for the engineering, but we might grab it just for the armor. We want the duck and we want the shuriken. We're not going into elemental damage, so the duck's going to be good for us, because all we're doing is grabbing the luck there basically. And we just won't grab stuff like the sausage and things like that. So we can just ban those items. Now let's go into wave 5. See what wave 5 holds for us. So as you can see now, when we had a little bit of a clump of guys there, it does clear it quite fast. So I don't see it being a problem. That wave with the whole bunch of dudes was a wave 12. We should clear that quite easily. For us, it'll be like a money wave. We're kind of hoping to get there sooner. That wave and wave 9, I believe. Wave 9 doesn't usually have anything challenging going on. If you're struggling on wave 9, it's probably best to just restart and see if you can fix your build. But wave 9 is usually just a wave to farm up a bunch of loot and then get yourself quite a bit stronger for the next wave coming. And the next wave could land up being a boss wave for you. So wave 9 is kind of a farming wave. And then we're going to grab this melee damage. We did get an item there, and I grabbed it extremely quickly, but it was this corrupted shard. I don't think about it when I grab it, so I didn't stop to say anything. but it gives you some damage and some curse. It's very easy to look at and just go, yeah, I'm grabbing it. So grab that immediately. We'll grab the Shuriken, we'll grab the Riposte. It's a 100% chance to deal 300% of our melee damage to an enemy when dodging their attack. So we are going to grab this and then potentially later build into dodge. We're kind of grabbing it now for the chance that we build into dodge, but it's not something we want to start building into. And then of course we're going to grab these two items and do a reroll. Over here, we don't really want to buy this item. That 4 engineering, we're not building into that. We're going to leave it and take a bunch of our materials. So we're not going to buy that. The 1 knockback is good, but the -4 damage isn't good. So I think we're actually going to ban it. Just get rid of these items that you don't like. And then the defective steroids we will be trying to buy. That's very good for us. And I think we'll save the rest of our resources and go into wave 6. Over here, this isn't too bad. We're getting a bit more crits popping up here. It's making our life easy. These shurikens are just flying all over the show. So that's pretty crazy. It's fun to watch. You will also notice, there we go, these top guys, when we kill them, they explode and they make like a circle formation of bullets that come flying off of them. We don't want to get hit by those. And running away from it, I've noticed has caused more problems than just running towards it. So you'll see I blew him up. You just kind of want to run into the circle and then it pushes it away. It's now gone. It's behind us. It's not a problem anymore. Once you're inside that inner circle, like here, inside, and there it's gone. It's not a problem anymore. If you run away, you're constantly running away. Unless you can run extremely fast and outrun it, but then it's still going to chase you right to the end of the map. You kind of just want to get behind the bullet, not in front of it. Then over here, we're going to grab this bag. We're going to grab the luck. And then over here, I'm thinking we're just going to go with the armor. Make life easy, don't overcomplicate it. We're going to grab the Shuriken, defective steroids, and we'll grab the padding. Do a quick reroll. We have another riposte. We have a piggy bank. We're going to definitely go for those. Okay, so now that I'm seeing we've got 2 of these riposte items, I'm thinking dodge might be something we're going to build into. You don't have to on your build, but if you are planning on grabbing this, you could start grabbing the dodge early on. I think we're going to fix our dodge just for this. It is quite a powerful item to have, so we're definitely going to grab the riposte. So we're going to have to start building into some dodge now. So wave 7 is faring to be quite easy as well, having no problems just yet. We are having a bunch of crates drop on the floor. I think we've got 2 so far on the top right there. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, unlucky. Yes, we didn't get another one there, but that's alright. And there we go, wave complete. We'll grab this dark, we'll grab lure. It's just going to give us a little bit of health regen, which we don't mind. And then 2 loot aliens spawn on the next round, so we'll try and catch them. Then over here, we're going to grab that crit chance, very important for us. We'll grab riposte and the piggy bank, ban the incendiary turret, and we'll do a reroll. We'll lock in this fairy, it's very good. We'll grab the gambling token, that's a good idea as well. We could grab these now, but I'm not seeing any need for it, so we're going to leave it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a piggy bank to get some more material. And then we'll use that extra material we get to then buy these items. So now we'll load into the next wave. There we got about 30 more material, which is great. I don't worry about it too much. You don't want to be focusing on it, otherwise you land up just hoarding a bunch of material, not getting upgrades. And every shop that goes by, the items get more and more expensive. So you actually end up doing yourself in by just collecting a bunch of materials. It doesn't help you that much. A nice combination to have is that padding that we grabbed earlier. There we go. So this is going to add 1 health for every 80 materials that you have. So if you've got the piggy bank and you've got that, then the padding and the piggy bank work well together. You just get more materials, which gives you more health, which gives you more materials and more health. And you just keep going in a circle where you're building up more material and you just become a very tanky character, which is always nice. And here's one of those loot aliens that it was going to give us. And then we've got 2 crates on the floor. We don't have to pick them up. I'm going to go for this last guy. And that's 4 loot crates right here. How nice is that? There we go. Okay, so we have the wheelbarrow, which we're gonna grab. I built a bunch of armor in the beginning. I knew we weren't gonna keep it. A lot of these items try and get rid of our armor, but having negative armor means you take more damage. Having 0 armor means you take the base damage, and having armor in a surplus means that you're just going to be taking less damage than what you would. So we're going to grab this for the harvesting. We'll grab this gambling token for the dodge. Now, the gentle alien, I think we're also going to grab. The extra enemies don't bug us because our projectiles are bouncing around, so that's not a problem. Damage is always good to have, and health. And then over here, all we're really losing is that 1 melee damage. We get a little bit of harvest, a little bit of dodge. We'll just grab it. We're not going to think about that too much. Here, we could grab a little bit more harvesting. It's already in a level 2 upgrade. It would be good for us, but I think what we're going to do is reroll rather. And we'll grab this dodge. Now over here, we've got some good items. We do want everything, but I think what we'll do is we'll start off with the fairy, giving us +1 health regen for every different tier 1 item. So definitely going to grab that. We'll grab the token. And now I think what is our dodge? -1. So our dodge is almost going into that happy spot. So when we grab the medal, Radzilla, reroll, locking in the items that are going to help us with our fairy. And then we're not able to buy all of these, so what we're going to do is we'll buy the baby gecko first, and then when we come back we'll get this ugly tooth, mainly not for the item but for what the item gives us. Giving us that extra health regen is just going to be great. You can see a little fairy marker down there, so we're just going to grab it for that. But for now we can load into wave 9. As I was saying, wave 9 should be quite easy for you, shouldn't be a struggle. They do spawn in this big guy, but he's really not a problem. There we go. He doesn't shoot anything at you, doesn't do anything crazy. And then the rest of it's pretty much these small guys. So as long as you don't let the big guy spawn any of these little eggs on the floor and then those hatch, and it makes the wave a little bit crazy and somewhat challenging, you should be alright. There's also this guy. There we go, he disappeared immediately. I didn't even get to showcase what he looked like. But there's a little dude that has funky hair, looks like a coral kind of guy. If you can kill him, you also don't have any problems, but he kind of attacks in a little circle around him. There we go. He's not a big problem. He's got a long cooldown, but you know, if you've got a bunch of those on the map, it can be a bit of an issue. Man, not really though. You just got to make sure you kill them all. Like, I'll only target these guys. Whoever else dies just lands up dying. We don't focus on it. But you just want to look for the main guy you want to get rid of, go for him. The rest will die. And yeah, we have another peaceful bee. We're going to grab this. There we go. Our dodge is in the positive. Our dodge is very much in the positive. And there's some armor. So that wasn't too bad. We've got a couple of items here, so I think we're going to lock all of these. And then in order of importance, we're going to grab the Shuriken first. I'm going to mix 2 of these together, combine them. Grab the Shuriken. Then I think from here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this claw tree. Then the tooth, energy bracelet, reroll. We're gonna... So, medical turret is something you do want to grab on this character. I think we're gonna ban it. We don't need it, but it is a good item. You do want to be grabbing that. We just don't need to for our character. The wheat's quite good. That extra 4 damage, the harvesting, that's what we're getting out of this. So we're going to grab the wheat. And then this sword is actually really nice. It does have a 1% chance to one-shot an enemy. So a boss could spawn and your first hit on that boss, it could just wipe him out. If not, you could just keep hitting him over and over again and eventually he will just die. Either because you've done enough damage, which is a shame, or because you've taken this one-shot, 1% chance, and that's it, he's gone. Whole boss defeated. But we're not building into that, so you're going to lock the Shuriken, the alien baby, the little frog, and the wheelbarrow. We'll take it all. And we'll load into wave 10. So you'll see wave 10 is getting a little bit hairier. There's quite a bit of guys. But as long as you are hitting at least somebody and you've got crit, it's going to hit somebody else. So it carries your attack over 1. It's not too bad. For us, it's carrying it over 2 because ours bounces twice. But, you know, sometimes it crits, sometimes it doesn't, so it's still a bit hopeful at the moment. You want to get that a little bit higher. I was noticing that attack speed is probably going to be quite important, so we want to also dedicate into that. I haven't been doing this, but it is something you want to do. The attack speed going up, the multiple attacks just means multiple bounces. It's just amazing. And then here we're going to go Shuriken. We can grab another wheelbarrow, we can grab the little frog, and then we'll grab the alien. Do a quick reroll. Over here, we're not going to be doing anything with the structures, so we can get rid of this wasp. And then the alien eyes are great, so we're going to buy that. We'll lock the mushroom. Now, the candy bag. This is something that's very personal and dependent. You got to decide if this is something you want. Do you want there to potentially be another elite? Is that something you want in your game? is it worth the 8 points going all over the show? Because you see, these 8 points could go into something we don't need. I could start dedicating into that range damage, the elemental damage, engineering, and the speed. So I don't know if we want that. With that 10% chance of an elite, I don't know if we're strong enough to kill an elite. So for us, I think the candy bag is not something we want to grab. If you are going to run something like endless, then you could grab this, and then you could go into endless and constantly just rack up a bunch of points. So that'd be great. But I think for us, we're going to leave it, and we're just going to go into wave 11. So for my current build here on wave 11, we're not doing too bad. Some of the guys are getting cursed, which is fearing to be a bit of a problem. We're also not healing as fast as I would have wanted us to. Our health does seem to be high enough, and we did get that fairy, so I don't know what the problem is just yet. I'm thinking maybe just taking a bit less damage, or maybe going to something like lifesteal might be a good idea. And what do you know, I ask, and there it is. So we're going to take this whetstone, just going into a little bit of lifesteal there, see if that makes a difference. And then I just mentioned the armor, so might as well just grab that, and then that should help us just a little bit there. We'll combine 2 of these together, buy another shuriken, and then a 15% chance to heal 1 HP when killing an enemy. Now this isn't bad. The goblet's not a bad idea, so we're going to grab it. We're going to grab the mushroom, and we're going to reroll. And then over here, it gets a little bit interesting. We do have the laser turret. That's a very good weapon, very good turret to have down, but it costs quite a bit, and we're not really scaling into that. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to leave that for now. And then we do want the Cyclops worm, and we want the lure. I think over here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the Cyclops worm first, and then the lure. So we'll grab that with the reroll. So we can't afford to grab the lure. And then we have this over here, which is just the attack speed for us goes up, but also the attack speed of our structures. We've gotten a lot of structure things, and I haven't been grabbing any, so that might be something that catches up to us, but I don't think so. So we're going to lock this in just so that our attack speed can go up, and then we're going to lock the claw tree, and we're going to ignore the fact that it's giving us so much structure things. We're going to ignore all of that, and we're just going to go into wave 12. So let's see how all of this goes. Spawning in a bunch of guys. I think, yes, this is the horde wave over here. So you'll notice on this wave, we're just going to get a little bit more guys. Here we can see how the whole wave goes from start to end. See if there's anything crazy that happens here. I don't think so. We do have a little rat running around. I honestly think he's contributing more damage than I am. He hunts them down. He's relentless. He sits on them and he just constantly does damage. I see him. He's moving around here. He's doing the most. We are getting stuck, which is not good. We were getting a little bit pinned there in that corner. Yeah, it's happening again. See, if I just push forward now, we're definitely going to take damage. But if I keep pushing back like this, now we run out of space. So you kind of have to make a decision. And I've noticed that running down the wall, actually you take a lot less damage. You can kind of sneak past a bunch of them because they hoard up like that. And if you run through the middle, they're all going to hit you. Whereas you run across the wall, you're only getting hit from, what's it, I'd say 3 angles. In front of you, behind you, and to your left. Whereas the right side is the wall, so you can't get hit from that side, so it just helps us quite a bit. And then over here, the ice cube, we don't need it. We're not doing elemental, and our elemental damage is currently a little bit in the dirt there. So we're just going to recycle that. And then we don't need range, but what we do need is a little bit of lifesteal. See if that helps us out a little bit. Then yeah, we can go with the lure, the improved tools, and the claw tree. We'll do a reroll. Now the lens, it's quite an interesting one. We'll grab it, but we're not grabbing it for the lens item itself. We're more just grabbing it for the fairy perk that's going to come onto that. So we're basically just buying 1 health regen. We don't want any of these weapons, so we're going to do another reroll. And then over here, we'll grab the charcoal. We'll grab the beanie for the fairy perk. We'll lock these 2 items as they're both great for us. And we'll go into wave 13. It's quite an easy shop there. Alright, unlucky number 13. This wave seems to be going quite easy. We're not actually having any problems. No deaths, no issues. Nothing's happened yet. We're just kind of floating around blissfully, ignoring the enemies. Not a problem for us. I don't know how boss wave is going to go. We're not pumping out a lot of damage, so I don't know if we're just going to kill the boss or if that's going to be our our pit stop. We do have 2 chests, so we're just going to grab a scar out of the first one and then the ghost outfit. See, now it's pushing us into dodge again. I don't know. This game's doing its own thing, yeah. Like, it drops our dodge down by 30, but then it gives us stuff like the ghost outfit, ending our dodge cap at 70. So it's pushing us the other direction. But I think we'll just grab it anyway. We'll just lean into it. And then over here, we could grab anything, but I think we're just going to reroll and we're going to start going into dodge. It isn't something I wanted to go into, as I said in the beginning, but it is something we're going into now. And then I grab a little bit of armor there. Grab the Shuriken. The 2 items were locked and we'll reroll. And then over here, this is going to be really good. We'll grab the Curse Shuriken. We'll grab Insanity. And then I think this candle we're going to completely leave. In fact, we're actually going to ban it. Get rid of that item. We'll do a reroll. We'll lock these 2, and then we don't need anything else here. I think what we're going to do, we're going to buy this level 3 Shuriken. We will combine 2 of the blue ones. We'll buy another grey one and reroll. Then over here, we'll buy the tree first, then the baby gecko, locking the metal, and we'll now check. We have gone up in damage by quite a bit. So normal purple Shuriken does 21 damage. Ours is now going to do 40. A normal one bounces 3 times. Ours is now going to bounce 6. So as we said with the level 4, the red, the last variant, it bounces 4 times. We predicted this right at the beginning. What we can see here is that if it gets cursed, it's going to bounce even more. So now if we upgraded these 2 and we made them 1 and we had a level 4, it could even bounce maybe 7 times, 8 times. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but I'm excited to see. And it should be pretty crazy. I mean, the damage is going to go up, everything's going to go up. The crit chance stays the same, I'm seeing here, between the 2 purple variants. The curse didn't give us anything for crit chance, didn't give us anything for cooldown. The range stayed the same, piercing stayed the same, the lifesteal stayed the same. So it just gives you extra bounces, and it gives you 4 cursed and a little bit of damage. So it's not too bad. I mean, damage almost doubled. I said a little bit of damage, I'd be wrong. The damage almost doubled. So you definitely want to curse these items, make you a lot stronger. I try and curse everything. I don't know, addicted to the curse. It wasn't a thing before, and then it got introduced to the game, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. The curse is wonderful, and it does, you know, it brings some of the harder threats later on, because you get guys like this walrus or these lobster dudes with the armor. They are a bit tough, but then you get them cursed, and then they're really tough. So that can pose a bit of a challenge, but we don't worry about it too much. Should be alright. I mean, we kill them quite easily right now. And if you've got cursed weapons against cursed enemies, it's not that bad. The problem is when you have cursed enemies, but you got basic weapons. Now that becomes a bit of a problem. So you want to balance out how much curse you're getting and what items you got, and you kind of want to, you know, make sure that these things are fair. If you get that, what is the cursed fishhook? Curses your items with that 20% chance. That's very good. Then you can kind of guarantee you're going to get a curse. You can mess around a bit more. But if you don't get that, you know, just be a little bit wary. Think of it, yeah, we're going to leave these. We're going to do a reroll. We'll grab the dodge. And then we'll definitely grab this Shuriken. We don't need anything else here except a medal. We'll do a reroll. We want the butterfly, the Shuriken, and we want the alien tongue. And we don't have enough for everything. So we'll buy the Shuriken first, then we'll buy the butterfly. And the reason we did it in that order is just to get that extra health regen from that butterfly we just grabbed. It doesn't innately come with that, as far as I know, but it had little fairy marker on it, so we grabbed it. Now we could also go for this campfire, but I think paying 104 coins for just 2 health regen is just not worth it, so we're going to leave that and go into wave 15. I do believe it's a boss, and I can actually see him over there at the bottom. He's peeking his little head. I can see him. There he is. So wave 15 we do have a boss, and he's right over here. So let's see how well we fare against this guy. I'm getting quite a few criticals. Just trying to dodge a lot of those bullets. And then this attack I find, if you just go in circles, you can kind of get lucky where it doesn't hit you. So just go in some circles, hope for the best. And we currently have him at half, so he switches his attack up on us. I think he'll switch at half. And if you don't get him to half within a certain amount of time, he switches his attack anyway. So better just to get him to half and just deal with it, than to let him roam around. But we don't seem to be doing too badly here. He's almost dead, and I believe he's going to die right now. There we go. And we got the cape. Now, this isn't too bad. It's going to give us quite a bit of dodge. So we're going to go with it. Also the lifesteal. The rest of it's all downsides, but no, it's not too bad. I mean, you're basically just losing 2 melee damage because that's all we're scaling with. The rest of it doesn't matter. So I think we're going to grab it. And then over here with the whetstone, we're going to grab that as well, just for the lifesteal. And then over here, we have quite a few options. I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab this critical chance just to try and get that even closer to 100%. What are we sitting on at the moment? With our best on, we're sitting at 98. Honestly, I think that's great. We don't have to go above 98. We can leave it at that. That's cool. We'll grab the lumber shirts, the coal, the alien. Then we'll do a quick reroll here. We want the shady potion and the lure. So we want both of these items, and I think we'll buy the lure and the shady potion here. And then we'll buy another shady potion on the next one. See, here we're not going to grab the lens. We grabbed one earlier, but we don't need duplicates of it because it's not helping us at all. So we're not going to grab it here. We'll lock in the glasses and the claw tree, and we'll go into wave 16. So it seems like we're going to survive wave 16 quite easily. We've had no real problems. Some of these enemies are a little bit tough, so we just got to keep that in mind. I don't know what else to do about our damage, but there we go. Your projectiles gain +1 bounce. Amazing. We are going to lose some damage, but that's not too bad. Our damage has worked its way up to 20%. This is going to take off 25, so we're going to be at -5%, which isn't too bad. We're going to grab it. The extra projectile is just going to help us quite a bit. And then this plant item is going to give us +3 health regen, which is great, but because it's got the little fairy icon on it, it's going to give us another one, so we're going to actually go up by +4 here. And then I think over here, we're just going to go with that lifesteal. Never a bad idea to go with some lifesteal. Now, we want the whole shop, but what we're going to do first is we'll grab this one because it's got the fairy on it. We'll grab insanity next, then we'll grab the shady potion for the luck, and then the claw tree. That's just the order I'd grab it in if we didn't have enough money. I just wanted to show you. Then over here, we kind of want all of these items except for Pocket Factory. Now, Pocket Factory is usually good. I don't mind Pocket Factory, but for this, we're going to leave it. Over here, we have the Rip and Tear. We can only have 5 of these, which gets us to 100%. Says enemies have a 20% chance to explode for 50% of our melee damage when they die. So this is amazing. So we're going to grab that, and then we'll grab the penguin. We'll do a quick reroll. We'll lock this. Oh my word. So we have gotten extremely lucky here. This is a very good item. The Retrimations hoodie is going to be fantastic for us. So for every 1 dodge, we're going to go up by 2 attack speed. Now that's phenomenal. If we just keep going up with our dodge, our attack speed is just going to go through the roof. So right now it's going to add 102 to our attack speed, which is great. So we definitely want to see that in action. I'm excited for it. It's going to wave 17. We are going to have a boss here, so we kind of want to rush him immediately. The sooner you kill the boss, the sooner he's dead. The less enemies have spawned to come and bombard you while you're busy here. So we want to get him out the way. Our projectiles did get an extra +1 bounce to them. So we're not really focusing on any of the other enemies. The critical hits that are bouncing off of this boss will kind of sort out the rest of the map for us. We don't have to worry about it. It's quite nice. Another item that feels relatively the same to this, or another weapon should I say, is the slingshot. It also has the bounce factor, and it's quite nice. You can also get the bouncing projectiles on any of your ranged weapons. So when you shoot, they bounce, but then you have to hope for that golden item, the legendary, but you know, these items have it just built in. So the shuriken and the slingshot just have it built in. So if you want to have this same kind of feel, if you do enjoy it, then you want to go into those 2 items. But here we've got for free the panda, which is going to give us some more luck and some more max HP. So we're going to grab that. We'll just grab the fish, we'll grab the hedgehog, we'll take the wheelbarrow. We want all of it. Then we'll go a little bit further into our attack speed there, and then obviously we're going to grab this hoodie. Now over here, we're going to grab the clover and the claw tree. We're not too worried about the dock moth, so I think we're actually going to leave that. We'll lock another red post, we'll lock the shuriken, and we'll leave the nail. See, everything that's going on here is trying to push me into grabbing engineering. So when you play, if you find the same things happening, maybe you get to like wave 13, 14, and you're struggling, but you've noticed you're also getting stuff that pushes you into engineering. What you can do is a reset, and on your next one, you can start grabbing these. We don't need it. We've kind of built our way without using it. I don't need it. I don't want it. But I am noticing that it's being offered to us quite a bit just. If you wanted to, you could build into that if you had the same problem. But I don't know. I think we're just getting highly unlucky here, and it just really wants us to go into engineering for no reason. But also this candy bag. I don't usually get offered the candy bag, and now all of a sudden we've been offered this thing twice. So I don't know if that happens on your run. If it does, grab it, don't grab it. That's up to you. I don't want it, so we're going to leave it. And we're going to go into wave 18. There we go. So this is going to lock our max health. We're not too worried about it. I mean, it's on 77. We could grab this, and I think we're gonna stop at wave 20. So this isn't a bad item. If you're going to go further than wave 20 and you wanted to go into endless, then you could maybe recycle, ban, get rid of these handcuffs. But for us, we just want that damage over there. So we're going to grab it. Tentacles, great item. Just for the crit chance going up by 3, and it's for free. It's not costing us anything right now. So we're going to grab it, but it also gives you that 20% chance to heal 1 HP when killing an enemy with a critical. So that's also great, considering we're only doing criticals and it's a 20% chance. We have 6 weapons that all throw out a shuriken at the same time. They're all going to do a critical because it's on, what, 98%. So your chances of healing here are basically 100 for every 6 that you're going to throw. You're basically just going to get 1 health. Thing over here, we're going to go with the dodge. Our dodge is actually quite high, but we're just going to keep going with it. We're currently at dodge level 69. What a lovely place to be with our dodge. 1 more level and we're going to be at 70, so that's not too bad. And here we're just going to clear out the whole shop. I didn't care about the order because we had enough to buy everything. Here we're just buying more stuff. It doesn't really matter now. I mean, we're going into wave 19. You kind of just grab whatever you see. It doesn't really matter too much. If you see your health and your damage and stuff like that, it's going to go up. Just grab it. Don't worry about it. Don't look at it too much. Don't read into it. Just grab it. It'll work for you. That's another way you could play. Just start to end. Don't think about it. Just grab stuff. Just go for it. Just be like, okay, melee damage. And if you see stuff with melee damage, just grab it. Don't think about it. Don't even look at the cons. It could take away all your health. Don't worry about it. Just grab it. Just grab it. I am noticing we're not taking like any damage. That dodge is really working for us. You want to get your dodge high. That's just wonderful. Look here, we can actually probably, I was going to say we can stand in the middle there and just see if we get hit. And I doubt we were going to get hit at all. Over here, we've got the regenerative potion, which is really nice. And your health regen is doubled when you have less than 50 health. So this is just going to keep us alive. So you're definitely going to grab that. Your weapons can no longer be upgraded or recycled. Now this would be bad, but I mean, we're not going past the next wave, so we can grab it. Then we have the boxing glove. We're going to grab it. That was just for the fairy icon on it, just to get our health regen even higher. So we just grabbed it to grab it. And here we can do a reroll. You can get the melee damage, just get our damage a little bit higher. And then we'll grab the whistle again, just for the fairy. No real need there. We'll grab the coffee. We'll grab the duct tape. We'll do a reroll. We're going to try and spend as much money as possible here, but we're going to spend it a little bit wisely. So we're going to grab this injection just for the damage. Spyglass we don't need. None of these we need. So they are good items, right? You do want to grab this vigilante ring, but this is our last level, so it's only going to work for 1 wave. It's not going to help us. This one, the reroll price, we're not too worried about, because instead of buying these items, which we would usually buy, we're just going to reroll. So it costed us less anyway. Here, I don't even know if we can buy this because we just bought the notch. Yeah, we can't buy that. What we can do, however... Oh, we can't even add them together. Okay, so that is something you want to keep in mind. We can't buy any of these shurikens now. We're kind of locked out. Whatever our weapon is, that's our weapon. Don't usually buy the knot. If you see it, don't buy it. It's awful. Don't buy the knot. It's awful, awful buy. Then we'll buy this, that, and might as well just go into wave 20. No harm, no foul. We're strong enough to win this wave. Let's just run it. It doesn't matter. Yep, this guy's dying very quickly, and I'm noticing we're hitting both of them at the moment, so that's very good. This first one is almost dead. This elite's taking a lot of hits, but he's getting there. He's getting there. He's on his 2nd phase now. He's doing this twirly-whirly thing. We don't like it, but it's not that much of a problem. I mean, we heal really fast and we dodge most of the attacks. There we go. 1 done. On the 2nd one now, the shark. He's also very easy. Just don't let him run over you. That's it. The bullets hurt quite a bit. I mean, that was what, 20 damage there. That was a lot. Let's see if we can stand on him. Yep, we dodge enough that we can just stand on him. We don't actually, we don't have to move, but I don't know. He can kill you. Our health got extremely low there. But there we go. We're done. We won. It's finished. It's over. It was very close. Almost lost. We did grab a lot of random items towards the end there. You don't want to do that. This is not absolutely awful. Awful, awful, awful. Unless you only have one weapon and it's maxed out and that's all you can hold. There's a character like that, he's only got one weapon. You don't want to be grabbing this. This item's trash. Don't grab the knot, it's horrendous. I don't know why it's there. Awful item. And then the handcuffs. I never grab these. It's atrocious. Don't grab those. But as for the rest of it, it's a very good run. We got everything we needed. Thanks for watching another Brotato video. I'll see you in the next one.